A very serious problem we face ever since the Industrial Revolution is environmental damage. Today, we will address this issue and provide an effective solution in order to help save our world. Plastic bags are a common source of pollution and is an essential aspect of this problem in contemporary society. The massive amount of plastic bag usage and improper settlement is ruining our world. In the past 5 years, over 200 square miles of land has been covered by landfills of plastic bags. Over 60,000 animals lose their homes every year due to the massive piles of white pollution, and 25% of sea animals are killed in an accident related to plastic every year. If the society continues to pollute at this rate, we would not be too far from our own extinction. Therefore, our communication campaign addresses this issue and attempts to convince people to shop with reusable fabric bags when going to grocery stores. We first narrowed our audience down to UW-Madison students who tend to go to grocery stores regularly. This group of young people have following characteristics that we think make them persuadable. First, they're well educated and open-minded, which means that they can process cognitive information and thus change attitudes. Second, they are usually caring, meaning that public issues like plastic pollution matters for them. Thirdly, they are heavily influenced by their peers, so if we could give them a sense of norm, they would automatically start refusing plastic bag usage. To have a better sense of our audience's attitude toward the issue, we have conducted a survey of 16 individuals. And the survey questions were asked about their age, gender, and race, the frequency they go to grocery stores, their preferred shopping bags, and a set of questions asking for their attitudes on a Likert scale regarding A, whether they support plastic bag usage regardless of environmental issues, B, whether they think that environment is at risk with paper bag usage, C, whether they think plastic bags, whether they like plastic bags, excuse me for that, and D, do they reuse plastic bags, E, their perceived social norm on plastic bag usage. So according to what we found using the survey, we summarized two main attitudes that need to be reinforced and two that need to be changed. We found that students do acknowledge that environmental damage is largely caused by plastic bag usage, and most of them are suggesting the anti-plastic attitudes. However, they also think that plastic bags are convenient. Additionally, many said that they tend to reuse their plastic bags, which is not a bad behavior, but we still wish they could substitute plastic bags with our fabric ones. Using a series of persuasive strategies, we came up with following final products. Primarily, we are making reusable fabric shopping bags of bright red shade with Bucky logo on it. Secondly, we are handing out brochures advocating for less plastic bag usage with these bags. So finally, we are also producing a public service announcement video that calls for action. The rationale behind these final products will be discussed in the next slide. So we mainly used 4 persuasion theories here. They are social proof, and social identity theory, guilt and fear appeals, appeal of celebrity, and association, whereas the latter two can be summarized as a source factor, liking. We mainly, the social proof theory suggests that people will do what others are doing. So there is a trigger feature which produces an automatic response from the audience because of this behavior is normally rewarded. Combining with social identity theory, where people tend to comply with a request if it helps out a group and the persuader are part of. Thus, knowing that UW students value their peers' like opinions, we designed this line where Bucky the Badger says, "Everyone else is making the switch. Why aren't you?" In addition to social proof and social identity theory, guilt and fear appeal also play an essential role in our campaign. Guilt arises when one's behavior violates his or her self-image. In this case, a lot of students think that they would like to protect the environment, yet they are still using plastic bags. This mismatch can cause dissonance and thus lead to attitude change. Fear appeal is also useful here according to extended parallel process model. We presented the audience uncomfortable pictures about white pollution and made them feel susceptible. Then we provided a simple, doable solution just use our badger bag instead. This can increase people's intention to adopt this behavior. A source factor liking is also used in our campaign to increase popularity and gain more positive attitudes. We're primarily focused on two ways of gaining likability: appeal of celebrity and association. People usually develop parasocial relationships with celebrities and, say, TV, film characters. A parasocial relationship is the idea that an audience member feels a strong connection to a celebrity, even though he might not know the celebrity in person. So this relationship may lead to liking and thus lead to compliance or attitude change. In our campaign, we were planning to invite Badger basketball and football players to advertise our Badger bag in the PSA. These advertisement would include them saying like how cool or how prevalent the bag is. Since these sporting teams are considered the celebrity of campus, positive associations might just rise from these players' endorsement. In turn, this will positively affect attitudes toward favorite bags. In order to increase publicity and potentially gain more compliance, we are adopting 4 strategies. First, we are giving out free Badger bags that at the main grocery stores on campus, such as Fresh Market and Walgreens. Along with the bags, we are also handing out brochures. As reciprocity theory suggests, when people tend to reciprocate gifts, where free gift is just a type of simple cue of compliance. In this case, we expect them to use the bags in the future as a reciprocating action. We are also allocating some brochures at some residence halls for those who are interested. Furthermore, as mentioned before, there will be a PSA produced. This PSA includes not only celebrities' advertisement for Badger Bag, but also interview of UW students about their attitudes toward this new reusable bag. It would be uploaded to YouTube and Netflix for dissemination. Accordingly, we would initiate discussions on social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag #BadgersBagBetter. In addition, the PSA would appear on television of residence halls and at all UW-Madison sporting events. So those who participate would also be affirming their Badger identity, which goes back to social identity theory. Finally, for evaluation work, we have 3 major points. So firstly, we will record the inventory of plastic bags in grocery stores at the beginning point and after a couple of months, respectively. And secondly, we will compare the figures with past data to see if there are any sorry for that. So secondly, we will compare the figures with past data to see if there are any reduction in plastic bag usage. And thirdly, we are going to hand out surveys randomly to see if there is an attitude shift toward this issue. Okay, so above is our communication campaign plan on plastic bag usage. Thank you for watching. We're Kaylin Johnson and Alina Xie.